Hello, I'm Chase Carrington, and welcome to one of my tutorials. Well, this tutorial is a little bit different. It's more of a convincing thing. I will show you some cool features of Spreaker and tell you why I'm using it and why especially I changed my internet radio platform completely over to this podcast live radio hybrid of a platform called Spreaker. So I'm going to run you through some quick features, and quite a bit actually, and tell you my main reasons for using Spreaker, especially trying it out and going for it, trying to put all my shows on here, including my live and recorded podcasts, and also why I think that it might be a good fit for you, and why I just really love to use it. Hopefully, if you already have Spreaker, you can learn from this video a few features you may not have known of, or how you can use Spreaker using all these amazing and unique features, unique as far as I know to this platform. So basically, it's basically all the reasons why I left a more traditional internet radio platform for a podcast radio platform, which I use Spreaker. So first of all, it's convenience. Convenience is the big thing, and first of all, the biggest reason for convenience here is look at this CMS, the content management system. It's simple. It's even got these little built-in, very good help. If you press a little light bulb, it'll show different help system, different help notes to help you find the best words to title your podcast or to help you upload the best picture for your podcast, so on and so forth. It is fabulous. It's really fabulous and easy. It's really simple. I can create a show, just a few presses, and see right here, it'll give me these little tips throughout, making it very easy for someone who may not have even done a podcast ever before to create a podcast in a matter of seconds. And of course, all in this one dashboard here, I have my statistics, and their newly added monetization features makes it all so easy. And another thing that makes it so convenient is the sharing. Sharing is so easy with Spreaker. I can share it to YouTube, I can share it to SoundCloud, and can be done automatically. And also it also can automatically share it to social networks like Twitter and Facebook. I can share it to my Tumblr. On top of that, you can share it with other podcasting services like iTunes, Google Play, Overcast, even iHeartRadio, which I believe is a feature exclusive to this platform. Now, another thing that I find very, very useful with Spreaker is the Spreaker Recording Studio. Now, this app is easy, so easy. Basically, it opens right up. I can drag and drop or get music from my files right in it immediately. I can use either this DJ view or this playlist view, which will play continuously if I want. I can have multiple microphones. I can do sound effects. I can access the chat if I'm live. So many things can be done with such a simple software designed for podcasters and radio, and also radio podcast people, which I do mainly radio-centric podcasts, if you know what I mean, like music. So it's very good, especially with just music. You just want to put some music in, has a fader. You can cue different things. You can listen to it with just your headphones for everyone else, and it gives you immense volume control, gives you auto ducking, a lot of amazing things. Now, the Spreaker app can be done either live or offline. And the offline just records it, then you can publish it later or export it to another software if you want to edit it further. Also gives you full ability to have your drafts and uploads. There is even a feature to connect to Skype, and so much more with this app. And so far, I have not seen a podcast recording app this intuitive, but at the same time, very full feature. You can do anything from music shows to talk shows to interview shows, all from this one app. And I'll show you the mobile app in just a minute. So now let's get back to my reasons why I use Spreaker. Here's another reason: flexibility. Flexibility is a big feature for me, especially if I'm, say, out and about, or I need to, or my schedule changes suddenly and I can't do a live show. Well, this can be easily fixed with so many things that are flexible at Spreaker. For starters, live or recorded shows. You can do live or recorded shows as easy as 1, 2, 3. As I mentioned here, you just press and choose, and they all go the same place eventually. So the offline show, you can do it if, say, you have a live show that comes out at a certain time, like 9 o'clock or something, but you can't do it. What you do is you record it offline ahead of time, then you can schedule it to be released at exactly that time. It's not the same as live, but it's still very convenient, and it still keeps you in touch with your listeners so they know that you're still there. Another thing that makes Spreaker so flexible is the ability to easily create shows. And as I showed earlier, you really just press a button, put in a few details, and you have a show. And this is the advantage over especially platforms like SoundCloud, is that on platforms like that, you can't really create more than one show, at least not easily, without a playlist or so on and so forth. You can't create multiple RSS feeds and all this. That's why that's what originally captivated me about Spreaker compared to especially SoundCloud. I'm able to create, right now, some of these shows I don't even use, but if I just have an idea for a show, I can easily turn it into a show instantly, and immediately began creating content, getting listeners in a matter of hours. And that definitely adds to the flexibility. Now, another feature of flexibility is definitely the mobile broadcasting. Now, there are a lot of solutions for podcasting on your phone. But when it comes to broadcasting live on your phone with the same set of features that you could do from your computer, Spreaker really tops it. Basically, the mobile app, the mobile Spreaker Studio app is almost exactly the same, if not more featured, than the desktop version of Spreaker Studio. And the amazing part of the Spreaker Studio app is you can still do your music, you can still do your sound effects, your playlists, you can use your microphone, and you can do this anywhere. And not just any time or anywhere, any location. If you want to record outside like I tried once or twice, you can even attach, say, a lapel mic if you want to be on the go or you want to do interviews. So many possibilities. And again, this app is almost as full function, and I believe even more than the desktop version of Spreaker Studio. So that is something that is definitely unique to Spreaker, especially when you compare it to SoundCloud. And I'm just going to compare most of this to SoundCloud. SoundCloud and in so many other podcasting and even radio apps. So that is a major advantage. Now here's the big thing, and especially when you're trying to grow a podcast, you really want to have a community. And this is the really, really awesome part of Spreaker. You are allowed to do so many things that allows you to have a good community around you. And a good start is you have a commenting system. And sometimes commenting systems can be subpar. The commenting system on Spreaker, I think, works pretty well. I put out a comment, and if I'm broadcasting live, it will come up in my broadcasting panel, in the chat panel. Now, I'm not live right now, so it's not going to show up, but it will not just tell me that this person is commenting, but also will tell me whether they're commenting from the app or they're commenting from the website. And the commenting system, it works. It works pretty well. The only problem I have with it is that you do need to have a Spreaker account to sign into the commenting system. That's the only thing, but most commenting systems, most social networks work that way anyway. But it does add a little friction when you have just a listener just coming in and they want to comment, but they need to sign in first, and may draw them away from your broadcast for a few minutes. But now another thing is the contact page, and this is pretty amazing. First of all, the cool thing is you have a profile system. Unlike some other podcast things, the profile system is really your central, the centerpiece of your Spreaker system, basically. It shows all your shows, your episodes, followers following. It has it all around your profile. But not just for profiles, but also shows allow you to have a contact page. And while some systems may allow for a contact page, Spreaker does it in a way that you could instantly contact me. You can message, you could tweet me, go on my Facebook page, or even email me in a matter of minutes. So the contact page adds to the amazing layout of information and ways to stay engaged with your community. So if they don't want to comment, they can email you. If they don't want to email you, they can text you. It allows for so much, and it is really a rather powerful thing to have your contact right there so that you can draw those people into your community and get in contact with your listener and know what they think. Now here is the next thing, and this is what really sold me on Spreaker. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole Spreaker system, which really drew me in. It's called chapters, or also it's a track list feature. So I can show you on one of my music shows. You go to this audio file, and these are the chapters. Now, if you're doing, say, an audiobook on Spreaker or some sort of multi-segment news show, it's a good way to keep people on track, give them articles and links. That's a nice thing. You can do articles and links. You can give people a photo. So many things. You can basically engage with people using this chapter system. This is what really, really sold me. Especially if I'm playing music and I want someone to go listen to that song. If I want people to buy that song or whatever, I can add a link right here, and then on the Spreaker website or on the Spreaker mobile app, it will come up and a little link button will show, and you can press it and it'll take you right to where I want my listener to go. The chapter system is also a good way to keep people on track, keep them engaged, and make sure that if they need to hop ahead or skim your content, they can do it with ease. This is really the power of Spreaker, and this is my favorite. The reason I switched over, because it can sometimes be arduous when you're trying to import a show from a different program and then add the tracks manually. But I'm happy to say, if you have a music show and you play different songs, when you play it, it'll automatically mark that down as a track in the recorded version in the chapter system. So powerful. I mean, you can offer everything up from ad links to song links to news links to source links. It is amazing to have that level of interactivity, basically go beyond just the audio and be able to send people different places where they can interact with you even further. So the chapter system is definitely my favorite thing about Spreaker, and especially the way that they build community. Now, last but not least, I mentioned the Spreaker app earlier, but I was talking about Spreaker Studio. Now, there's another app they have, which is just the Spreaker Podcast Radio app. This app is rather powerful. It's basically the listener end of Spreaker. This app is well done. It is very full-featured and allows for both interactivity and easy listening. So the like system is there, which is another good way to measure involvement and measure how many people like or listen to your Spreaker. There's the commenting system is there, live commenting, the chapter system is built in. It's all there. And that is another extension of Spreaker that makes it very powerful. And may I also add, you can buy a custom app if you want to go to the next level and create an app for your show. Now, in summary, Spreaker is doing something different, and I really like it. So far, the idea of bridging the gap between podcast and radio in a way where it's easy to listen and it's easy to create. I really enjoy feeling that I can basically create a podcast in a matter of minutes, record an episode, or go live, and I can already begin to reach my audience and change them, impact them, and keep them involved with my show with the level of community that is beyond that of most podcast social networks. Now, I hope you'll check out Spreaker, Spreaker.com. It's free to start creating, to start listening. Check out my podcast, Amplifier for JC Radio, and Chase the Sun, and the Chase Carrington Show, all on Spreaker. Check it out for yourself. It's easy. I'll tell you now, right now, I'm not paid or anything. I just switched over completely to Spreaker a few weeks ago, and I already like it. I already really like it, and this is just my honest opinion. And I think that Spreaker, with more improvement, they will get even better, and I think it will definitely become the podcast platform to be on. So be sure to check out Spreaker. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. Check out some of my other tutorials, and subscribe to my YouTube. Might as well. I'd really appreciate it. I'm Chase Carrington, and this is the Chase Carrington YouTube.